Welcome back in, loyal KEW fans. We have a thrilling 4-match card for you this evening. We'll get things started with very swiftly. We're just double checking that our stream is up and running, and it does appear to be. There we are, indeed it is. Let's get things kicked off then. We'll see the Coven in action against the Misfits, as I just realised I don't have a glass of water with me. Oh dear. Never mind, ladies and gentlemen. If I sound a little raspy by the end of this, then we'll understand why. We do, of course, though, have the Misfits here, as stated, taking on the Coven, two of the Misfit members that we don't see often in action too much. It's got the Torpedo, who, of course, had a recent rivalry with King Daddy, and the Mystery as well, who, of course, had looked to rise up the KEW rankings, leading up to the HMV Steelbook briefcase match. She was, of course, a member of, and failed to make pay there, as he, along with many of the other members of the ring, ignored the Tange climbing the ladder to steal the briefcase and steal that HMV collectible. The man wanted it this year around, and he got it. We're yet to find out what's inside it. Will it be a Steelbook edition of King Kong vs Godzilla, or will it be a Steelbook edition of Batman Returns? Who knows, ladies and gentlemen, what lies within that briefcase? Only time will tell. Of course, the Tange will have to lose the title first for him to cash the briefcase back in. A powerful position it puts him in, being the holder of both the briefcase and the belt. We'll focus our action here, though. As I mentioned, the Torpedo, of course, was locked in a heated rivalry with King Daddy before the BFG made his return last week. We saw the BFG assault King Daddy on his way into the ring after King Daddy gave a concussion to his tag team partner James the Cat, and that has really left the Tubby Moggies in all kinds of questions and queries, leading the tag division, as the Coven are going to be led out here by her favourite attack dog, the Ploughman, along with the Tarantula and Miss Tash. It will be the Tarantula and Miss Tash taking to the ring, the Ploughman just there to oversee things and make sure they all go according to plan, as that dark rocking chair is brought to the ring. You'll notice the absence of Miss Kasood. She is in action later tonight in a triple threat match. That triple threat match, ladies and gentlemen, will basically be a qualifier for the last place in the Elimination Chamber that we'll have coming up in the next main pay-per-view. Only a few short days away now, ladies and gentlemen. It is our next main pay-per-view premium event here in the KEW, the Trouble in Tangetown event. That is a real force to be reckoned with. As you get in that Elimination Chamber, we've not had one so far in the KEW. We're hopeful that we'll have one at the next main pay-per-view, and you can see the Ploughman looks fired up. As we were talking about the hardcore division moments ago, it was a executive decision taken by the CEO himself that man there, who's now leading the Coven into the ring, will be foisted into the hardcore title match. He put on such a good display against the Assassin that the Assassin said, you know what, he deserves a shot, and an opportunity for me to embarrass him in front of a larger crowd. And the Ploughman, of course, the Coven was not going to turn down that opportunity, but it's not only that, ladies and gentlemen, it's been made a fatal four-way now, with the BFG also inserting himself into the mix. We did wonder if it would be made a triple threat officially, that hardcore championship match, which will come up at the next main pay-per-view, but it will just be a fatal four-way, ladies and gentlemen, that will see the BFG, King Daddy, the Assassin and the Ploughman take to the ring, and they will battle it out for the hardcore championship at the next main premium event, as the Torpedo here has started out the livelier of the two. He looks like he's attacking the ankles of the Tarantula, maybe trying to do the damage to them, so that when she boots him with those wooden blocks, oh, just like that in the face, that it doesn't do as much damage if she can't launch the power out of those wood block shoes. He's a smart wrestler, as the Torpedo looks to find the weakness of the opposition, or find their strength and turn it into a weakness as and where he can. And smart early doors here, going for the ankles, or the cankles if you like, of the Tarantula, but she's now attacking him with those wood block shoes, having early doors survived the punishment from the Torpedo. And you can see, look at this, he's got a bat now on the outside as the Ploughman, it looks like that back skittered to the floor there, and the tarantula now, look at this, oh, sacrificing the arm, wrenching it backwards there. He rolls out of the ring, does the torpedo, now climbs back in on the tarantula straight over to give the Mystery a nice little punch to the face, but she's hurricaned down to the ground, took her eyes off the torpedo for too long. He is a muscular little man who can recover very swiftly when needs be. That's hold of the arm now and twists her down to the mat, and you can see her tapping the feet on the floor there. Goes for the cover now, having worked the arms. 1, 2, not even a 2 count there, just a 1 as she throws him off across the ring. And another big elbow missed swiftly there by the torpedo. The tarantula though picks him back up and now spins him around and says, have some of your own medicine. Positions the hand on the floor and stomps on the back of the elbow. Goes for the cover as well, the exact same combination we saw moments ago with the torpedo, trying to pull it off on the tarantula. Picks him back up to his feet now, whipped into the corner as Miss Tash waits on. Will the tag come in soon? You can see that bat hanging around down there as the tarantula now putting the pain in the corner, and Miss Tash cheering on from the outside. She should be really there waiting for the tag. The powerbomb out of the corner, and you can see now the tarantula might have been looking for the tag there, but she wasn't there, was Miss Tash. And we've seen some disharmony with Miss Tash and the rest of the coven in recent weeks. This would have been a prime opportunity to prove that that disharmony is not there, and that she's not on the foray or the edges of the coven, if you like. But straight away here comes the sock straight into the Mystery's mouth. He's straight into the match, and she's shoved the sock into his gob, and he's down on the floor now, ladies and gentlemen. What's she got in plan for him now? Is she going to try and put the Mystery away within 2 seconds of him being in the ring? The sock in the gob, and it looks like he might have gassed him down onto the floor, and now she works around him with those woodblock shoes, those dangerous, they're almost like illegal weapons in the ring. Gets a little kick in to break up the momentum here, whips her into the ropes, and a big toe drag sends her down to the floor face first on that nasty spider-like mask, and bouncing off her nose. Again, Miss Tash looking for the tag, and the tarantula unable to get it. Now the Mystery taking full opportunity of the time to appreciate the crowd's cheers for him, drops the knee right onto the elbow, and now goes after Miss Tash, lifts her onto the rope here, onto the top rope, who's taking a lot of time. Clobbers her down into the ring, picks her back to her feet now, and it looks like the ploughman's trying to shout instructions from the outside. Maybe he's saying try not to suck quite as much. And here comes the tarantula. I thought she was going to go for another socky job there, but he managed to see it coming, duck out of the way at the last minute, and a nice half fisherman suplex. Look at this now, the ploughman tapping the ankles of the Mystery and distracting the tarantula, who's now awkwardly laying down half in and half out of the ring there. Interesting move, good power from the tarantula. Off the turnbuckle, off the side she goes, and a big axe handle smash. Meanwhile, on the other side of the ring, Miss Tash is down, and it looks like the tarantula's bitten off more than she could chew with the torpedo, and now rolls her back into the ring for the Mystery to ensue his punishment here. The Misfits are keeping the pressure of the two, it seems. Whipped into the corner now is the tarantula. Big elbow battles her back out of the corner momentarily, and now a big splash across the ring there sends the Mystery flying at a few swift right hands, but met equally and quickly by the tarantula as she goes for the cover again. Just a 1 count there as Miss Tash is back up on the apron after receiving a bit of punishment early doors here. Whipped into the corner now is the Mystery. Will she look to go for the tag? Does finally get Miss Tash into the action here. Whips him off the ropes, the Mystery, and a big double arm flip over there. And a shoulder charge from Miss Tash, charging at him like Stampy the Elephant there, sending him flying to the floor. She took far too long getting out of the ring though, and the Mystery now explodes with right hands, rolls her over into some sort of arm breaker here, has it behind the back, trying to work on the wrist, but she pushes him off with those soft loafers. Really, she could do some of those woodblock shoes that the tarantula uses rather than those soft sandal-like loafers that she enjoys having. She's up to a 5 count now. It looks like she's going after the torpedo. And the Mystery gets in the ring to reset the count and looks to go after the tarantula. He's turned his back momentarily on the Tash, and she boots his face off for it. Rolls him over now right on top of the ropes for the cover. 1, just a 1 count there though. The Mystery plenty left in the tank, and Miss Tash looks a little confused by that. I'm not so sure you should be really. He's not really taking that much punishment. Big kick to the guts and a swift DDT there sends him down to the ground. She looks to get the tag into the tarantula. He's crawling for the corner, but I don't think he's going to make it there. And she's taking her time to show the sock up. And here comes the torpedo just to get the two shoes right in the face. The wood blocks, and Ash looks poised for something here. Does the tarantula, big punch to the face from behind, lifts him up, slams him down on his face, goes for the cover now, and broken up immediately by the mystery, who was swiftly in, but surely he's not going to have much left in the tank now. He's crawling back up into the corner, and here comes the tarantula, and the big woodblock shoe to the face there, sends him down to the ground. In and back out of the ring he goes, swift back to his feet. I'm surprised he's able to be up that fast. And here, look at this nice blocking move there from the tarantula, gets hold of him, big forearm smash, sends him down to the ground there, gets the tag in to Miss Tash. And you've got to say, the Ploughman, after starting a little shaky here, the Coven, the Ploughman's got to probably enjoy what he's seeing, and Miss Tash there trying to get the crowd on board. Not happening at all. And all fans of hers, goes for the grapple now onto the torpedo. He manages to duck out of the way of it, give her a few swift kicks to the back of the legs now, whips her over from behind. Off the ropes he goes, and a big kick there, almost booting her face off and rolling her across the ring. You can see Mr. Tarantula's not impressed with what she's seeing. Now to Miss Tash, into the corner she goes now, and the torpedo looking a little slowed down there rather than charging across the ring. Had to take the time to walk over and allowed Miss Tash perhaps a little bit more time than she had otherwise to recover, and now raking the face of Tash along that top rope, giving her a rope burn across the forehead there. Nasty shot to the jaw as well, sends her down to the floor and tags the mystery back in. Good work from the Misfits here, and you've got to wonder if now the Ploughman's questioning whether they've got the right combination here. Swift little duck under from Miss Tash there, gets hold of the mystery from behind, puts him on the ropes, and you'd have to think that surely she's going to look to try and get a tag in at some point soon, choking the mystery on the top rope as he now takes a little bit of a breather there. And here we go, she looks like she's heading for the tag here, with him resting on the second rope. She climbs through, and the knee drive straight into the back of the head of the mystery whilst he was resting on that rope from the tarantula. She's looking to do the damage, and there comes the sock again, straight into his gob. My goodness me, choking the life out of him on the mat. You can see he's suffering to get the air into his lungs. She's really looking to do the damage there. He pushes her off at the last minute though. I think that could have been good night Vienna for the mystery. Up she goes, down she comes to the big suplex there though, and now you have to wonder if this is going to be the change of momentum that the Misfits needed. Gets the tag in to the torpedo, and Itchy, a torpedo driver away from winning this one. Hurricanrana's down to the floor, picks her back up to her feet, but she gets hold of a dragon screw, nasty dragon screw there, looking to go after the knees of the torpedo. Now has the arms hooked in from the back, and the big elbows to the back of the head here to the torpedo, and you can see the damage that it's done to him. He's rolling around holding the back of his skull, which now looks to get the tag in swiftly back to Miss Tash here. The torpedo waits patiently in the ring. Too patient, in fact. Perhaps you can see there the Ploughman interacting with the KEW fans as he's now getting a booted on the outside. And look at this, the referee said to him, get out of here, you're getting too involved in the match. And out he goes. But in that interim time, whilst he was distracted, Miss Tash took care of the mystery on the apron, hooks the leg now, the little DDT. 1, 2. And he gets the shoulder up somehow. Does the torpedo. I thought you might not know what day of the week it was. Miss Tash looking to get airborne here. The mystery still down on the outside. Diving elbow from the top rope. That might be enough to put him away. Hooks the leg now. The mystery's just up in time to get back in the ring and break it up. Miss Tash hadn't seen him coming swiftly back into the ring. She gets hold of him now and whips him over the top rope as he rests on the apron though. Job not completely done there. I would have thought she would have liked a bit more power in that to send him up and away and over the top rope onto the outside. Rests the torpedo on the ropes now, points to the sky, and we've seen this before. Up off the top rope she goes, bulldog there, driving the face into the mat, and you can see he doesn't look like he knows what day of the week it is, and the mystery is forbidden from entering the ring. 2, 3, and there it is. The Coven get the victory. They had the distraction, of course, from the Ploughman on the outside. Proved too much, as there you can see the tarantula crawling into the ring. Coming up next to Miss Tash as she gets a big victory to prove that she's not the most useless member of the Coven after all, ladies and gentlemen. A good win for the Coven. You'd have to say the Misfits will not be happy with that. They will not have enjoyed losing to the Coven in that type of fashion, especially as the tag team rankings in the KEW are really been blown open by the constant injuries to both James the Cat and the BFG, ladies and gentlemen. And move up to our next match for the evening then. And this will see the BFG and King Daddy taking each other on, going mano a mano after the BFG assaulted King Daddy last week. Obviously, King Daddy, as we mentioned, putting James in the concussion protocol, the BFG tag team partner, and the BFG was none the happier about that. He came and assaulted the King Daddy midway through his entrance last time around. King Daddy will not take that one lightly though. And he will not take it lightly. The BFG is lurking, and there is the BFG in the darkness. He's pointing to King Daddy from the top of the ramp, and here he comes. King Daddy's not seen him, deafened by the fans and his Irish theme music. Here comes the BFG. It's a long run. Oh, for him. Shoulder charges King Daddy right in the spine before the match has even got started. Furious fists here from the BFG. Big punch. He's not happy with the way he took out his tag team partner. Spins him around now, making the King Daddy dizzy, and slams him down to the ground on the outside on that big matted surface out there. The thin matting, we're told it's only about as thick as a sheet of cardboard in reality. Other than that, it's basically just a hard concrete surface. The powerbomb delivered now onto the concrete surface, and big stomp to the back of the head of King Daddy. And like I say, the referee's not even rung the bell for this one yet. King Daddy's not even got his cape off or his crown off, and the BFG's just assaulting him on the outside. He's got no interest in taking him into the ring. It's another big spinning slam there on the outside, and you can see the damage that's being done to King Daddy's spine as he dodges out the way of that little kick there, though, and manages now to potentially get a measure back in this match. But no, the BFG shoves him off with those large cheeks, and you can see the woman in the front row is absolutely cheering and clapping on the BFG. She is happy that the sexual magnate of the KEW is back in the business here. We've seen him, of course, be injured for weeks. He was out with a soft tissue issue delivered by the Coven, and it's taken him a while to recover here, ladies and gentlemen, but he returned in resplendent fashion to assault King Daddy last week before he could make his way into the ring, and here he's done the same again, but this time not for King Daddy to be facing somebody else, but for the BFG to assault King Daddy on his way up to the ramp. Lifts him high now, draining the blood to his head, and look at this, pulling off the squats. One for the ladies here, getting a full view of the cheeks in the front row. Big suplex there, even clipped his feet on the ropes. Not a clean landing. Walrus headbutt into the King Daddy, and now the BFG saying to him, get ready for this on Sunday, my friend. This is what you've got coming to you. Tosses him across the ring. I'm going to be targeting you in that fatal four-way for the Hardcore Championship. There'll be nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. The only thing that's going to stop me getting in your face is going to be the assassin and the ploughman. Other than that, get ready to have a trash can, chairs, stop signs, you name it, whatever I can find under the rings coming in your face. Goes for the stomp there. King Daddy rolls out of the way, but only to get a clothesline and back down to the floor he goes. Oh, gets a little foot up there for a break in momentum, but only momentarily. Now the BFG bounces off the referee. Went for the crossbody, but BFG sees it coming. The referee playing his part there in working things into the favour of the BFG. Into the corner now he goes. The massive splash there, crushing the ribs of King Daddy. The referee taking an age to get the pin in. My goodness, that would have been at least a 2 count if the referee knew how to get down and get the pin in. But now the big man going up to the top rope. This is dangerous up here, ladies and gentlemen. A big man off the top. Massive headbutt from the top rope. Hooks the leg. The referee again slow down to cover one. Just a 1 count there. Somehow King Daddy's kicked out, and you can see the BFG's not happy with the referees. Slow in getting up and counting. Stomping in the corner now is the BFG, waiting for King Daddy to get up. Rolls out of the way of that hit, but only momentarily as he's shoved back to the floor by the big fella. Now goes for the jump on top of, and King Daddy manages to splash on top of him, using his momentum to pin the big man down to the ground. Big right fist there, and a big left and rights now from the King Daddy to battle his way back into the match a little bit, but only momentarily as the BFG whips him into the corner. Now charges and crushes him there. The referee almost got in the way of it as well, and now look at this, slapping the chest. We've seen this before, ladies and gentlemen. He's a very hungry boy. Here comes the hungriest caterpillar in town. Big elbow drop right across the chest, and now is he going to look to put King Daddy away? King Daddy goes swiftly back to his feet, maybe taking the time where the BFG was doing the caterpillar over to him to recover a little bit, so he could able to get a bit of his own momentum going. Now off the rope there, driving the foot right into the chest, goes for the cover to try and steal the victory, but King Daddy unable to succeed there as the BFG kicks out swiftly and then gets hold of him. Now King Daddy battling elbows into the large guts of the BFG. Furious chops here. Oh, what a big elbow as well, driving BFG back into the corner. King Daddy now looking to try and get some momentum here and take control of this one. Now he's taking the top turnbuckle off here. Look at this. He's saying, why wait for Sunday to get things mixed up in a hardcore way? Let's get you into that ring post, lad. Off the ropes he goes, under goes King Daddy, big elbow there, driving the BFG down into the ground. And now if King Daddy can use that ring post to his advantage, or if he can use it as a distraction for the referee, could he get a low blow in? Big clothesline there from the BFG, goes for the cover. The referee slow down again, just a 1 count there, and you can see the BFG saying, what have I got to do? How long have I got to put him away for before you get down and get the pinfall in, lad? Now up goes the King Daddy, and down he comes, slammed on those ribs again. You've got to wonder how much damage has been done to the ribs. He's had 2 crushing blows from the BFG. He's just been crushed under the weight of him there as well. The BFG with a big paw across him to pin. 1, 2, just a 2 count though. King Daddy gets a shoulder up at the last minute. Goodness, I don't know how he's got anything left in the tank. You've got to wonder how much damage is being done to King Daddy in his ribs here, ladies and gentlemen. The BFG now climbing up top. That's a long way for a big man to fly. Up he goes to the top turnbuckle. Signals again. And splashes down, clattering him with a big headbutt from distance. And now another Walrus headbutt on the floor, right into the face of King Daddy. It doesn't look like the BFG is content to put it away anytime soon. He's just content to pulverise King Daddy around the ring, launches him across towards the turnbuckles now. Big kickoff though from King Daddy, and this is what you have to worry about with King Daddy, is that he can turn things around at a moment's notice. Gets him up, pile drivers him, down goes the BFG, goes for the cover. The referee swift into the count. 2. But the BFG kicks out at the last minute. It looks like the BFG's been busted open by that pile driver as well. Big shot to the ribs from the BFG. Goes for the hit, but King Daddy dodges out of the way of it and gets a big chopping of his own. Now exchanging chops from the 2 big men, slapping each other across the chest. Right fist there from the BFG, and a big right from the King Daddy. Another right. King Daddy now catching him in it though, and a big chop from the left. Another big chop from another big left, and another chop. And blocks at the last second there by King Daddy. Gets a hit in and another one, and drives the BFG back down to the floor, and now is poised, and the referee sorting out the turnbuckle, and King Daddy's surely not going to look to do another pile driver, and this might put the BFG away for good. Lifts him up, pile drivers him down onto the floor, goes for the cover. The referee's distracted with the turnbuckle, sees it at the last minute, slow into the cover. 1, 2, 3, still long enough for King Daddy to pull off the victory. BFG rolls out of the ring here, and King Daddy more than happy with that one, more than happy to pick up the victory. He'll know that it's going to be a hard fought thing to fend off both the Assassin, the BFG and the Ploughman for the Hardcore Championship Fatal 4-Way we have coming up. But this will put him in great standing as he defeats the BFG with a double pile driver, the same way he defeated his tag team partner only a few weeks ago, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have to see if the BFG will recover fully, or whether he'll take this one personally. So we'll move on to our next match for the evening, where we'll have the Shinigami taking on the Turkish Mountain. This, of course, an opportunity for the Shinigami to keep himself fit and match fit and ready to go for the Elimination Chamber that he will, of course, be part of. And we've seen him in recent weeks renew his rivalry with Tanj, if you like. He was, of course, brought into it as part of the ongoing disputes between Mark and Benji, where Tanj managed to put himself in the middle of it with the KEW Championship. Mark then enlisted the aid of the Shinigami in a tag match against the Tanj and Benji, which saw Benji and Tanj win. Mark managed to force a stay of execution by telling the Shinigami that he could arrange to be a special guest referee in a match between him and Tanj, where he could vent his frustrations. Tanj, of course, in that tag team match, as mentioned, came down to the ring wearing a blonde wig, only to ensue the wrath of the Shinigami here. And Shinigami, of course, then got his hands on Tanj in that very one-sided not championship match, that one very one-sided referee, special guest referee match with Mark as the referee, fast counting everything
for the Shinigami. He'll say that that was fair and just after the way that Tanj fast counted against him. He'll feel only a few weeks previously in a special guest referee match between him and Benji. But Tanj not happy with the way that Mark refereed that one, and of course he'll look to target him in the cell in the Elimination Chamber, as both men will be in the chamber for that one in just a few short days, ladies and gentlemen. But as I mentioned, it is a chance for the Shinigami to get some match fitness, if you like, here. Keep himself on the cusp of prime and condition and really push forward his claim to survive the Elimination Chamber as the KEW's champion-elect. You'll have to, though, deal with another big man in the KEW, the Turkish Mountain, who, of course, went on a bit of a tear at the start of the KEW season, but has gone off the boil since then. You can see the big size of Big Dan there. He almost towers over the Shinigami, which not many men in the KEW can say that they do. Perhaps only Atomic Andy is the other large man who's slightly bigger than the Shinigami in the KEW. And the Turkish Mountain has started the stronger of the two. He was, of course, a contender in the ladder match only a few months ago here in the KEW, where he failed to pick up the briefcase, which Tanj, of course, took, as we mentioned earlier in the proceedings here. It looks like he's looking to vent some frustrations from that ladder match and the fact that he's not been pushed up the KEW power rankings, and perhaps he's trying to stake a claim for why he should have been in the chamber as opposed to this man. He's now wailing on at the moment. A slow start from the Shinigami, and the disrespect here from the Turkish Mountain. Well, that's surely not going to play well to the Shinigami. As soon as he gets a foothold in this one, I would imagine him to enlist a racket full of punishment in the direction of the Turkish Mountain. That's if he's able to get a foothold in this one. The Mountain, of course, a tough competitor, and like I said, he is larger than everybody else in the KEW. He uses that size to his advantage. He's a real monster of a man to deal with, but maybe no more of a monster than the demon he's currently in the ring with. Working the knee specifically here, though, seems to be targeting that early doors, which I can only imagine is something that he's looked at previously to this match to try and get an advantage here. He knows if he can foul the big fella from the knees down, that he'll take him down, and it'll make it a much easier match for him. And the Shinigami able to reverse fortunes for a little moment here then by pushing him off and getting the elbow in the corner, now choking him in the corner as well as my TV remote skitters to the floor. The Shinigami now going round onto the top turnbuckle here. The Mountain in prime position after being choked. Maybe he's had the wind choked out of him. The Shinigami says, "Get up when you're ready, lad." Up to his feet he goes. The Shinigami hops down out of the corner. That's a queer move there. I would have thought he'd dive off the turnbuckle, now ramming the head into the corner. You can see that split the head open. Maybe the Shinigami was up there doing something like putting a razor blade in that top turnbuckle. He clearly put something up there when he got up there and crouched down on it, and perhaps he was trying to get the Mountain to charge towards him, and when he didn't, lured him, suckered him into the corner, and now he's cut his face wide open from that top turnbuckle. Goes for the cover now, just a 1 count there as the Mountain gets the shoulder up at the last minute and then rolls out of the ring, and then Shinigami rolls out after him. Not so sure that was a wise move, but he is an aggressive wrestler in the KEW. He does follow people around and look to do the maximum damage that he can. Scooping up the Mountain now onto his shoulder, but the Mountain reversing, lifting him high onto his shoulder, spinning around with him and driving him down on the outside. Good move there from the Mountain to reverse what it looked like it could have been the Shinigami gaining an upper hand. We're up to a 2 count with the referee, as he doesn't like knows what he's doing here, Big Dan. Took too much time, did the Turkish Mountain. The elbows from the Shinigami battling back, getting him back into this one, throws him into the ring. He could have looked to do more damage potentially on the outside. We weren't really at a high count, but it's good to get him back in the ring. Oh, clobbers him in the back of the neck, and down he goes, rolls him over. Goes for the cover. Big stomp there, only a 1 count from the cover. Gets him hold of him now, scoops him up. Oh, tombstone pile driver there, goodness gracious me. Goes for the cover, no, doesn't quite. He's going to drag him out of the corner. Maybe he's going to look to try and put things away here. Goes for the cover now. It's a very long time in between that pile driver there to then going for the cover, maybe inspired by King Daddy. Went for the pile driver to try and put him away. I think if he gets a demonic kiss in or one of those choke slams, that might be good. Now here we go. Gets hold of Big Dan. Oh, but the big elbow at the last minute saw it coming. And now Big Dan gets hold of him, swings him round, and down goes the Shinigami. Goes for the cover out of nowhere. 1, 2. Oh, the Turkish Delight, not quite enough to put him away. Letting his man crawl to the corners. He's now staring into the KW fans. Charges back at the Shinigami. Big knee strike in the corner there. Driving the Shinigami down. Picks him up. Big right hand. Goes back after him, but the Shinigami sees it coming. Gets round behind him, but another big elbow gets him out of trouble. Off the ropes, over and under. Big elbow drives the Shinigami down to the matting, and now big splash from the Turkish Mountain, flying down onto him, but jumping back to his feet is the Shinigami, pushes him off momentarily there, and now the two men look to exchange chops in the ring here, each one trying to put welts on the other one's chest. Furious chops from the Shinigami, big right hand from Big Dan there, and another big chop across the chest from the Shinigami, blocks that one from Big Dan, another big chop here. And it looks like it might slowly be going in the momentum of the Shinigami. Another big chop, another big hit from Big Dan. Both men exchanging blows. No one giving any ground here. It's a real chop fest, if you like, in the ring. Blocks that one, and then another big hit from the Shinigami. That one's blocked by Big Dan. He then gets a couple of hits in, and both men now battering each other and going at it. Furious blows exchanged here, ladies and gentlemen. And the Shinigami looks like he might have come off a little worse for wear for that one. A little groggy, if you like. Scooped up now by Big Dan. Oh, and thrown over his head. But you can see the damage there by Big Dan to his back. Done early doors by some of the moves from the Shinigami. And now look at this. He's going for that turnbuckle. He's taking it off there, ladies and gentlemen. That's probably a smart move. Getting rid of whatever the Shinigami put in there. And poised and poses now for the KW fans. I'm not so sure he should take the time to do that. When the Shinigami's in the ring with you, tucks in between the legs now, rolls him up, and is he going to go for the Turkish Delight powerbomb? Just a normal powerbomb to start with. Now he might look to spin him round, pull him out, and go for the Turkish Delight one, put him away, and really take advantage of this one here. Has him back to his feet. Gives him the kick to the guts, and here could be the Turkish Delight powerbomb. Spins him round, down he comes, goes for the cover with the legs on the arms. 1, 2, 3, and there it is, ladies and gentlemen. A real shock there. And Tange is in the ring. He's got the championship belt, and straight to the face of the Shinigami. More insult to injury. Goodness gracious me, the Tange. Well, they'll meet in the Elimination Chamber in a few swift days, but you have to wonder, the Shinigami loses to the Turkish Mountain, and then Tange out of nowhere explodes into the ring, delivers the belt into the Shinigami's face. It's something that we've not seen from him for many weeks now in the KW, ladies and gentlemen. And goodness gracious me, despicable actions from the Tange. He knows he's picked a nasty fight there, but he fancies that he can maybe beat the Shinigami this time around. We did, of course, see the Shinigami just lose to the Turkish Mountain, ladies and gentlemen, and that one will have explosive ramifications, I'm sure, when it comes to the chamber. This, then, will be an absolute slobber knocker, ladies and gentlemen. It is a triple threat match. The winner of this will seal the last place in the Elimination Chamber. There are 6 places on offer that have all been booked so far. The CEO's booked his spot by his KW power rankings. So did Benji and Mark. And of course the Shinigami's in there with the Tange, the champion. And then the last place on offer will go to one of the safety men. Will it be the firefighter who's storming his way around the ring? Will it be Atomic Andy, or will it be the leader of the Coven, Miss Kasuj? We'll have to see if the 2 safety men members look to team up. And it is a cruel twist of fate, really. Another one dealt by the CEO, of course, has a personal vendetta against that man who he lost the KW title to and hasn't regained the title yet. He'll be fuming and furious and hoping that they turn on each other. They, of course, lost the tag team title match where they were in the Hell in the Cell match. Not the Hell in the Cell, sorry, the Steel Cage match early last week together, taking on the Falcon and the Eagle. And, of course, the Falcon and the Eagle proved victorious in that one, retaining the KW tag team titles. There was a little bit of disharmony in that. You saw with the firefighter catching Atomic Andy with a few stray blows here or there. You'd have to wonder, is there something brewing with these two? Are the safety men really as safe as the name suggests? Or is their tag team being put to a real test here? Will their tag team be able to survive? Whoever wins here, ladies and gentlemen. If nobody wins them, it is this lady making her way to the ring. Do they put their differences aside and reunite? Or will this be something bigger? That's what the CEO will be hoping for. He'll be hoping that, of course, he'll drive a wedge between the two competitors and they'll slowly start to disintegrate. He knows that the tag division will be theirs to dominate. The Falcon and the Eagles, if they can retain the titles, not lose them, there's not really anybody else who's looking to challenge for them currently. As the creepy door flings open, we await the arrival of the dark leader of the Coven, Miss Kasuj. The Coven, of course, has so far picked off low-hanging fruit in the KEW, but they will know that this is a fantastic opportunity. They already have the Plowman in the Hardcore Championship match. They've just won a tag team match against the Misfits with their B squad, if you like. And that will move them further up the tag team title rankings. They'll know that if Miss Kasuj gets the victory here, that could be the swinging momentum that sends the Coven from being background noise in the KEW back up to being a real threat. If she gets into the elimination chamber and she can be the last competitor out of the chamber, it is of course randomised, then my goodness me, ladies and gentlemen, what will she have in store? She could come in as the freshest person out of the chamber, and she could of course take the KEW title. The Coven could finish the night at Trouble in Tanstown with a Hardcore Championship and a KEW Championship around their waists. I'm sure, of course, she'll look to utilise the other members of her Coven some way in order to influence proceedings somewhere along the way, or maybe just to try and cement a spot in the KEW's tag team power rankings. She'll know though that by already knocking off the Misfits, they're above them, and if she can drive a wedge between the two tag team partners here and they fall apart as a tag team, then she will have an absolute riot, because then her tag team, the Coven, will be the #1 contenders. And they could be only a few weeks away, ladies and gentlemen, from dominating the KEW as tag champions, hardcore champion and hardcore and KEW champion. What a night in store for the Witch Mother then. Oh, she explodes out of the blocks and goes and boots the firefighter in the face immediately. And look at this, Andy wasting no time going after his tag team partner. And oh, there goes Miss Kasuj with a big clothesline, sending Andy down into the corner, and now goes after the firefighter. Can't bounce him down though, and now the tag team turn their attentions again on each other. I thought they were going for Miss Kasuj, but Andy is not happy with the firefighter. Perhaps he's just trying to rest him out of the way. He says, look, I'm the bigger athlete, you take a rest there, I'll deal with Miss Kasuj. And now look, the firefighter again switches his attentions to Andy, and Andy puts him straight back in the corner like a naughty child. Says, you wait in the corner, son, I'll deal with Miss Kasuj, and then you lay down and take the pinfall. But the firefighter says, oh, not like that, with a big German suplex there, sending Andy head over heels. And here comes the Witch Mother, sending him into the corner. Big charging shoulder strike there, switches their attentions to Atomic Andy, who now gets hold of her by the neck, lifts her high and choke slams her down to the floor. And oh, the hip drive now straight into the face of his tag team partner. Goes for the cover on him as well. He kicks out at 1. The firefighter, of course, with that legendary stamina, And the Witch Mother back in the ring now. Big boot to the face of Andy. Oh, but driving down to the floor by him when she went for the grapple. And now look at the power from the firefighter, lifting Andy up and driving him down. These two, they might be tag team partners, but both men know that if they can qualify into the elimination chamber, that's somewhere that they need to be. They need to push forward for a KEW championship. And Andy going into the ring looking for something here. He's got a kendo stick out, it looks like. Slides into the ring with it and drops it immediately. Called out by the firefighter, who gives him the shot to the spine. The Witch Mother now clawing the eyes of the firefighter, driving him down to the floor. Furious fists there, look like an Andy now. Oh, big German suplex of his own to the firefighter, returning the favour, and shoves the Witch Mother down to the floor. Switches attentions over to her now. She started as perhaps the liveliest athlete in this one. Few furious hits here. DDT, snap DDT right next to the kendo stick. You can see it must have hurt Andy there as he rolls around on the floor. And now the Witch Mother is in for the punishment from the firefighter. She's back up quickly though and gets splashed across the ring there. And now Andy looking to switch his attentions to the Witch Mother. The stomp on the head as the kendo stick bounces around in the mat. Now the firefighter uses that as a prime opportunity for a nasty net breaker there onto Atomic Andy, and a big driving elbow right across the chest as well as the kendo stick rolls out of the ring slowly. And the Witch Mother now looks like she's going to go and look for something under the ring. Pulls out a steel chair as the firefighter is delivering the elbows. The chair shot not quite fast enough as the firefighter rips the chair out of her hands. Goes back off to the Witch Mother and takes her towards the corner now. Andy waiting his time. And Clobosaurus is the firefighter from behind. These two men, they might have been tag team partners at one time. They are not getting along in the ring so far. Whips the firefighter into the corner, and that allows the Witch Mother to climb onto the back of Andy in a few furious fits, and then Andy takes control. Oh, and look at this, the two of them are ganging up, and then the firefighter, he takes him out with a clothesline, and there goes the Witch Mother over the top. Oh, sent into Atomic Andy on the outside. And look, you can see the firefighter's distraught by his actions. He didn't mean to do any of that. Andy quickly up to his feet on the outside after the Witch Mother, and now the firefighter pulls out a baseball bat and he takes it straight to Andy. Well, he looked like he was concerned in the ring that he'd taken his tag team partner out, but he doesn't look like it now, does he? Taking the baseball bat to the spine of Atomic Andy here on the outside. Bat to the face of the Witch Mother. Bat to Atomic Andy. Not quite. He rips the bat out of his hands and delivers a bat shot to his tag team partner. Oh, again, and there's a bat shot across the back. Rolls out of the way and a bat shot to the face. And I thought the Witch Mother was going to get another one, but she gets in a nice stabber to the front there. Both knees driven into the chest of Atomic Andy. It's the break that she needed, and Fortunes whips Andy towards the ring and then gives the cutthroat symbol there. I think she was looking to try and finish Andy off from the outside, looking for something under the ring, but the firefighters seen it coming, breaks it up for a moment, with the Witch Mother able to recover and then throws him back in the ring. And now she's going to look for something under the ring, or is she just going to go for the bat? Picks up the bat as Andy has hold of the firefighter, slams him down, and now could the bat come into play? Went for the bat hit, but Andy seeing it coming, rolls her up onto the shoulder and drives her down on her face. The firefighter's up quickly though, whilst Andy was distracted with the Witch Mother, rolls him up, power bombs him down, and now will he look to go for the pinfall? Does indeed on his tag team partner. 1, 2, kick out there, and you can see the firefighter disappointed by that one. He thought he might have done enough. Both men, or both Mr. Suge and the firefighter there, going for the hit onto Atomic Andy. Resting Mr. Suge on the firefighter on the ropes now is Mr. Suge, and choking him over the top rope. Andy not content to intervene. He's happy to let his tag partner get worn down. Went for the clothesline, missed it horribly as he's now resting on the mid ropes. Dropped into the headbutt now. The firefighter resting on those mid ropes, and look at this, Mr. Suge choking him again on the mid rope there. Down he comes to the bottom rope as Andy resting on the rope there, rolls out of the ring, does the Witch Mother, as Andy now climbs into the ring, seeing the unattended to firefighter, pulls the arm out of the way, gets the shot into the back, and the kendo stick across the face of Atomic Andy, and now across the ribs of the firefighter. And will Mr. Suge look to take advantage of the two of their disharmony? Goes for the cover, just a 1 count though on top of the firefighter. Big hit there from Atomic Andy onto the Witch Mother. She's quick back to her feet though, and then targets Andy, rolls him over into the ankle lock here. Is Andy going to tap? His tag team partner's doing absolutely nothing to help him here. He's not breaking it up at all. There we go, breaks it up now. The Witch Mother thought she might have had that one in control. Sensi firefighter round. He breaks it off at the last minute though, gives it a kick to the guts, lifts her back up to her feet, sends her into the ropes, says how do you like it, on the shoulders, down she goes, fireman's carry, hooks the leg for the cover, 1. Oh, but Atomic Andy's up, he's seen that move before, and breaks it up in record breaking fashion. Now Furious hits to the firefighter, and now the Atomic Drive in the ring, hooks the leg, 1, 2. Oh no, firefighter kicking out at the last minute. The Witch Mother on the outside after taking a breather, and here comes Andy. She now screams with her witchy powers to the KEW faithful. Big kick to Andy's face. Furious kicks here, and oh, the front knee's driven into the chest again, pointing to the firefighter in the ring saying you're next, but he explodes off the ropes. Big clothesline there. The Witch Mother's down in the centre of the ring, and I thought the firefighter was going for the chair. He does now get the chair, and oh, chair shot to the ribs of the Witch Mother, and again, and a third one on the knees, and oh, onto the noggin while she's crawling around on the floor. He's destroyed her. The chair's buckled and bent now, and oh, takes it out. A bit of aggression as well on the Atomic Andy as the Witch Mother rolls out of the ring. The firefighter goes for the cover on Andy. 2. Just a 2 count now as he rolls the shoulder up at the last minute here. But you've got to feel the firefighter's in control here. He must be a fireman's carry away from putting this one away. Whips Andy into the ropes now. Up he goes and down he comes with a big spine buster there. The Witch Mother now looking for a sledgehammer under the ring, and here she comes with it, ladies and gentlemen. And he must have seen her coming with that sledgehammer. Big suplex there, and oh, gets the sledgehammer in the spine for good measure. And now look at this, she's taunting him with the sledgehammer. Is she going to look to put it away with a submission move? No, rolls him over for the pinfall. 1, 2. Oh, just a 2 count there. You can see the firefighter was dazed and confused on the outside. Back in the ring now, though. Says, this is my match to win. Hooks her up onto the shoulders. Up she goes. Down with the fireman's carry. Goes for the cover and broken up again by Atomic Andy, who screams to the heavens. Is he going to look to put it away with an atomic drive here? No, throws him across the ring. I thought it might be incoming for a minute there. That would have been the prime opportunity for it. Drives the knee into the back of the head of the firefighter, and again trying to look like he's giving his tag team partner a concussion here. Miss Kasuj quickly back to her feet though. Annie pissing around with the kendo stick, gets caught out at the last minute, and now Miss Kasuj is one-on-one in the ring with the big fella. Gives her a big kick to the knee there, and she's in trouble. Ladies and gentlemen, isolated in the ring with the big man. Onto the shoulders she goes, down onto the top rope. The firefighter's up on the outside, sees the pinfall win coming, took the time to rest well on the outside, and breaks it up now and says, you're not winning the match that easy. You might be my tag partner, but we're not doing things that way. Big punch to the head, goes for the cover again. 2. Gets the shoulder up. The Witch Mother probably would have been the smarter pin. She is the weaker of the two, it looks like right now. She looks like she's absolutely dead on her feet. You can see she's very slow back to her feet here, letting the... He's got the little shake going on. He's going to install the fire alarm, ladies and gentlemen. Here he goes. Boom! Fire alarm installed right in the face of Atomic Andy. Oh, the crossbody now delivered to the Witch Mother. The firefighter exploding out of the gates here. And he's crawling back to his feet. He looks woozy. Oh, goes for the clothesline. The firefighter sees it coming. Gives him the kick to the guts. Snap DDT right onto the matting there. And then takes his attention. Looks like maybe to the Witch Mother. No, he's looking for some hardware under the ring, ladies and gentlemen. Pulls out another kendo stick. Oh, the Witch Mother rolls out of the way at the last minute and clotheslines the firefighter down to the floor. Furious action here, ladies and gentlemen. Big hit from the firefighter. Oh, hip toss there, sending the Witch Mother flying. Oh, and Andy brings out the sledgehammer and drives it into the ribs of the firefighter. The firefighter rolls out of the way of that one, misses it a second time. Oh, but there we go. Now he's getting it in the ribs and in the back, and Andy is saying to him, you made me bleed. I'm going to break your spine, son. Big shot there. Another big shot to the Witch Mother. She's down on the floor. Back up she gets now. Whips him into the ring. No, he whips her into the ring. Managed to reverse it at the last second, and the Witch Mother is down. It looks like she's might be playing possum on the floor here. Rolls off to the side, but only for Andy to catch her at the last minute, pick her up by the back of the head and slam her down face first. Big clothesline from the firefighter, sending Andy down to the ground whilst he was distracted with the Witch Mother. He's slow back to his feet. Big hit here. Witch Mother's slow back to her feet. He's tucked, so she's tucked between the legs of the firefighter and power bombed almost over the top rope. It looked like it was going to be Andy now charging towards his tag team partner, but he sees him coming, puts him into the ropes here, and then big hip toss, sit down there, or big arm drag, sit down from the firefighter, picks up the metal bat, and he might look to put things away. He goes for the bat shot, Andy sees it coming, breaks the bat out of his hands, now gets hold of the firefighter, whips him into the corner, and there's Witch Mother's up and screaming again on the outside, has the bat now and takes it, straight to the face, and now straight to the face of the Witch Mother as well. We saw the Witch Mother coming, the firefighter dodges the second bat shot, but takes the third, now dodges the fourth, and breaks the bat out of Andy's hands eventually. Big right fist there, gets hold of him from behind. Is he going to look to lift him up? Side breaking there, right down on top of the bat. The Witch Mother hooks him round, has him in the submission. Is he going to tap here, ladies and gentlemen? Is she going to put him to sleep? How much longer can he hold on? The furious shots through the ribs there. I thought the Witch Mother might have been able to pinch it at the last second whilst Andy's crawled out of the ring, but no, now she's in trouble now, ladies and gentlemen. Onto the shoulder she goes for a third fireman's carry. Down she comes, and Andy's surely got to get in the ring to break this one up. He does indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Crawls in at the last moment to save the Witch Mother's skin there. It looked like the Witch Mother's bacon was cooked. Dodges out the way, does the firefighter, but he looks like he's well in control of this one. Slams his tag team partner down onto the matting, and now he must surely look to put him away. I thought he was going to go for a fireman's carry. Gets the bat out again, though. No, Andy sees the bat coming and breaks it out of his hands, lifts him onto the shoulders and drops him on the top rope. And down goes the firefighter, choked on the rope, and Andy now climbing out of the ring to go and look for a weapon. Well, the Witch Mother's going to take advantage of this, surely. He's left one-on-one with the firefighter in the ring, rams him headfirst into the floor as Andy has these steel steps now. He's parading them around on the outside as the Witch Mother screams to the KEW faithful. I'm surprised she didn't use that time to get a submission hold locked in, rolled into the ring. The steel stairs there now, skittering around off the ropes they go as the Witch Mother switches her attention to Andy. She has the leg lock locked in, but the firefighter's watching it happen in the background, ladies and gentlemen. Surely he's going to break it up before she can tap out. Rope break there, too close to the ropes. He saw it coming from a mile off. Big punch sends the Witch Mother down to the ground. Now Andy rolls out of the ring, having sustained heavy damage to his knee. You can see there is holding the knee. Bang, down goes the Witch Mother with a flipping powerbomb from the firefighter. Can she sustain another deadly move here, ladies and gentlemen? Up to the top rope goes the firefighter. Diving punch off the top, misses it completely though. Andy's back to his feet. The Witch Mother's back to her feet. She goes straight after the firefighter, slamming his head into the floor as Atomic Andy is waiting. You can see how much getting into the chamber means to any of these athletes here. Nobody is giving any ground. Double drop kick from Atomic Andy now. He might look to take advantage of this here whilst it's just him and the Witch Mother in the ring. But no, the Witch Mother sees it coming from Atomic Andy, breaks it up at the last second, kicks him in the guts, and now has the bat with Andy in the corner. Back to the face of Andy, and again. And a third time, and he's slashed in the corner, and another one. He's harmless. He can't defend himself from these furious bat shots from the Witch Mother. And here comes the firefighter to try and break her off with a steel chair, but she's unable to. She gets the bat delivered to the face. Does the firefighter, rolled over by the Witch Mother. 1, 2. And Andy's up to break up the count at the last second here, ladies and gentlemen. Now gets hold of the Witch Mother from behind. Scoop slams her down onto the mat, and you can see she's gripping her back there. This has been an absolute brutal display, ladies and gentlemen. Whoever gets through out of this one is going to be in a world of pain in the ring. And now the claws to the face again of the firefighter, driving him down on top of that steel chair as Andy picks up the steel steps from the corner of the ring. Down goes the Witch Mother. Down goes the firefighter. The steel stairs delivered into the firefighter in the corner by Atomic Andy. He rolls out of the ring. Andy now chokes her down to the ground, lifts her up and slams her down with a choke slam. Is he going to put her away with a cover here? 1, 2, 3. It is Atomic Andy who qualifies. My goodness me. A really hard fought match between the two. You can see how disappointed the firefighter looks though, ladies and gentlemen. He's not happy with himself. And Andy, look at this. He wants words with him. He's saying, why didn't you just stay in the corner where I put you two to start with? You really put up a fight in there. What do you... there's a bit of pushy and argy-bargy now, and you can see they're not happy with each other, these two. He should be the more disappointed of the two. He didn't qualify. Andy qualifies for the Elimination Chamber, ladies and gentlemen. What an explosive match to finish on. And what will happen now to their tag team? Can they mend and repair the damage that has been done, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you for watching this episode of KEW Live, and you will join us next time around for our next main pay-per-view event of the year. Our next main one, it is Trouble in Tanstown, of course. We'll see you there, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.